Fans, welcome to Allstate Stadium. Today is the final of the U17.
MLS NEXT Cup presented by Allstate. A meaningful soccer Sunday ahead. A championship trophy up for grabs. 90 minutes separate Atlanta United and Orlando City Youth SC from capturing the U17 Homegrown Cup. Each club has passed 4 tests en route to this final, to be the last club standing in 2 hours' time. Beautiful setting amidst the mountains of Harriman, Utah, for this Cup final. You take a look at the bracket, down to these two after Atlanta cruised to a 3-0 win over Inter Miami on Friday. Atlanta were up 2 goals at the half and never looked back. Orlando very nearly saw their season end against LA Galaxy. A goal with just minutes left forced a shootout. The Florida side stealing a semifinal win. Their reward, a deserved spot here in the final after a 29-win campaign thus far. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr, glad to have you with us on the MLS YouTube stream. Let's take a look at the starting 11s. First for Atlanta United, coming out in a 4-3-3. Kai Martinez, Elijah Batai, Gonzalo Riveras up front. All 3 have been goal scorers in this MLS NEXT Cup tournament run. Noe Santillan in the midfield, a very capable 10, 3 goals in this tournament, leads the team. For Orlando City Youth SC, 4-2-3-1. Stephon Harry up front. Brady Moore leads the way in terms of goals over the past week, 4 of them. Kingston Ricketts also very capable up front, 3 goals this tournament. Alexander Stockhausen has also contributed 3 as well. We're just about set to go. Different age groups coming out to support their sides all week long. Some medals have already been claimed in the divisions for Atlanta United, who always bring strong pedigree throughout. A fun final shaping up here, Kalen. Atlanta and Orlando, 2 Eastern Conference sides who are looking to bring some hardware and trophies back home. the Orlando huddle right there as they get set to take on a very formidable Atlanta side who come in with plenty of momentum after their 3-0 win over Inter Miami. Caitlin, we had that call the other day, really steamrolled. A very talented Miami side, didn't have much going offensively. Atlanta have impressed not just with their offensive prowess, but their defense as well. A tough test ahead for Orlando here today.
Yeah, I think the back line is one of the strongest I've seen this tournament, and I think the unique player profile, the strength, the composure on the ball, really good combination for Atlanta, and that's always the platform for performance, and especially in a final. You got to be stingy defensively, and ultimately when that chance comes, see if you can grab it with both hands.
Final moments. Our road paved with compelling drama, narratives, storylines. Orlando have had a terrific run throughout this tournament, outscoring their opponents 12-3 in this MLS Next Cup. They've conceded just once in their last 3 matches. After their 3-0 shutout win, just 1 goal conceded in each of their last 3. 12 shutouts to their name. 25-26 campaign from a defensive perspective. There's Kai Martinez. A goal in the 33rd minutes in the semis against Inter Miami. After sliding into the starting lineup, Miles Bryant, who is a very talented option off the bench for this Atlanta U17 side. Here we go. U17 homegrown final. Atlanta in the black kits from right to left. Taken off the ball immediately by Alexander Stockhausen. This is Brady Moore. 4 goals in this tournament. Moore to the touchline. Sends it across. Wow, 18 seconds is all Orlando needs. 1-0.
Let's go!
In the blink of an eye, Orlando have scored to start this U17 final.
Oh my goodness, what a start for Orlando, and it's a great win defensively from Stockhausen. Sprays it down the line, and Moore just gets to the end line. Good things happen when you play it across the frame. It's desperately unlucky from Brown there to see it go off his shin and into the back of the net. But Orlando, what a fantastic dream start for them. 1-0 in the first minute of the match.
Josh Brown has been so good. That back line for Atlanta, which again coming off a shutouts against Inter Miami.
Yeah, and Atlanta played direct off the kick just like this last one. And the idea of that is to try to push the opponent back, and slingshot. Orlando bounced back the other direction, immediately taking control of this match. What a dream start for a final. If you were, so it happens sometimes. You never know when that opportunity is going to come, and get to the end line. You played across. Good things happen. And it's really unlucky from Brown there to see that one go off him and in the net.
Well, if he had not intervened in any way, and Brady Moore is on the other end, ready for what looked like an easy tap in. Brown had to try to send that away, but just couldn't quite get it right. And that is certainly it's a disconcerting feeling, less than 20 seconds in, to have an own goal to your name. You have to have the mental wherewithal to move forward quickly now.
Yeah, and we talked about the strength, too, of this Atlanta side, and defensively, for me, it was where they've stood out. That's where they've been really solid, been good positionally, really well connected, and it's an unlucky moment, but you have to put it behind them.
Atlanta started their tournament run in the round of 32 with a 2-1 win against Cedar Stars Academy. Ayala scoring the 71st minute to give Atlanta the lead, and they moved on and had no problem with Pennsylvania Classics, a 5-0 thrashing in the round of 16. Looks like their run may be coming to an end in the quarters against Philadelphia. They were down 1-0 But Santillan in the 85th minute, the leveler, to send that to a shootout, which they won in 8 rounds. And after that reprieve, late game heroics, 3-0 against Inter Miami. Been no stranger to late drama. Trying to take advantage now in the cup final where it means the most this season. Brown will have to be like a goldfish, as Ted Lasso would say. Forget about it. Quick memory. Move forward. Orlando City applying the early pressure, leading to that own goal. 29-4-4 this year. 101 goals now, just 38 against, averaging nearly 3 goals per match. It's 6-0-1 against MLS academies this year. Tagbo scored in the semifinal win against Miami. Just trying to find Martinez. Hasn't had many touches here in the first 5 minutes. Atlanta 28, 6-3 themselves, only 6 losses on the season. 134 goals. Just a little bit out in front here, Santillan. A foul against Atlanta United. Josh Kwan got the first goal of the tournament against Cedar Stars. Same starting 11 today for Atlanta as their semifinal win. Foul in Atlanta. This time on Elijah Bataille. An errant pass right past Stockhausen. Bataille gave it right back as Atlanta quickly sent numbers forward. They'll set up possession in the back 4. Fakiesi is playing in an advanced position from that left back spot. Never got to him. Stayed on the right flank, and now Orlando look to build. They'll throw in that high press throughout. This is Kwan. Lays it off. Santillan invited to shoot. Atlanta have responded just minutes later. 4th goal of the tournament for Noe Santillan, and it's level at 1 apiece, less than 7 minutes in.
And Orlando have really struggled in this opening, in their build-out phase, building out of the back, and it's an errant pass. He's trying to split the seam here, but it's clearly covered. Really good intervention from Kwan, and then how about this for a finish? Lovely strike from Santillan. Kwan just draws the attention. That opens up the space, a little inside-out move, and then on the right foot, perfect technique. Atlanta United right back in this, 1-1.
The thought I had before this broadcast, if today had anything in store like yesterday's final matches did, we're in for a good one, and the early script seems to indicate that.
Yeah, it's funny because you generally think finals, you don't always get the best football and don't always get a lot of goals. We've seen them pour in at this point. Yesterday's match was electric, a 4-3 win by TFA over the Barca Residency Academy, and this one is off to a flying start, 1-1 in the first 8 minutes.
I saw one of those Instagram accounts following the game, taking a screenshot of the score line every time a different goal was scored, and stacking it on top of each other just to kind of symbolize how crazy that game was between TFA and Barca Residency. Started 1-0, then 3 unanswered goals, and then 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, and the level of quality on the goals too was just incredible. Strikes from distance, impossible angles, perfect strikes. I mean, it was a fun one, down to the final whistle.
U16s gave us a classic. Orlando here, first corner kick goes awry. Took all of 18 seconds for Orlando to get on the board by way of an own goal. What was a terrific cross to Brady Moore. Vakayesi on the throw-in, one of the top left backs in this division. U.S. Youth International launches towards the 6. Not fully away just yet. Quan has a go. Ricocheted high. No problems. Winds up in the hands of Ryland Shields in goal for Orlando today. One goal in this tournament for Bataille, but he's been impressive with his movements and physicality over the course of the tournament. Didn't get too many chances, though, in the semifinals. Little combination, continues it forward. Now, played to a wide area. Santillon was lurking. Momentarily cleared away by Orlando. Burdine able to win it and reset, keep it in the attacking half.
Yeah, good stretch of possession here from Atlanta. Just staying patient. Found their equalizer. Don't need to press. Want to get Orlando City moving, having to adjust. That might open up some space and go a little bit at a slower speed. And then the idea is once the opening comes, go quick.
Vakayesi delivers. Good service to the back post. Straight to a white jersey. Martinez was trying to keep it in the third. You felt Atlanta would have an answer in them. They've only been shut out 4 times in their nearly 40 matches this season. Didn't necessarily expect it to come 7 minutes later. And up to the task here in the early going. Aksak, Orlando left back. To have a throw here nearly 13 minutes in. You talk about the first teams for these two sides. Difficult campaigns thus far for Orlando, 12th in the East at the break. 4 wins, 9 losses, 2 draws, just 14 points. Although they're only 4 points back behind the playoff line, with some work to be done for an Orlando side that entered this season at the longest active playoff streak in Major League Soccer. That's in jeopardy. But things certainly unraveled fast with those 3 consecutive defeats. Of course, Oscar Pareja, one of the many coaches that was let go. And Following that, Martin Proman steps in, gets a 2-1 win over Montreal, Kalen, and then it was back to reality. And a 5-0 and 6-0 loss after that. It's been a tough go of it for Orlando's. Martinez does get this across. Straight to Orlando, who look to release. And generate something here in transition.
Yeah, I did Orlando City's last match before the World Cup break. It was a 6-2 defeat at the hands of Evander. The Brazilian had 5 goal contributions himself. 2 goals, a hat trick of assists, and lost 6-2 in that game. Defensively, it's been really poor.
44 goals given up. I mean, that's the most in the league.
Yeah, it's actually on a historically bad record pace.
Right at JC Gonzalez here. Good rip. 20 yards out. Khalil Bedard's first shot. He had a goal in the 70th minute against Capital City SC in the round of 16. Yeah, I think the next most goals conceded in the league is at 37. So they're unfortunately well ahead of in the department you don't want to be leading. Santillan clever. Now Martinez cuts it back. Martinez probing for space. Little flick to the back post. Gonzalo Riveras was his target, out for a goal kick. They are on to the U.S. Open Cup semis, though.
That's huge. That's huge for them, actually. And it's funny you mention it. With the disastrous start, still in a fight for the playoffs, so you don't need to throw your hands up. And with the idea of having a...
My name is Ava.
We have a visitor at the broadcast. What's going on here? Welcome to the broadcast.
Where is Ava?
Well, I'm looking at the field mics.
That's amazing. You got to grab your moment.
I was wondering, did somebody slide in the broadcast booth and grab the third
headset? I was
headset?
checking my shoulder.
Is someone with us? Here's Brady Moore across the mouth of goal. Headed out for a corner kick.
Hello. I'm going to hear that forever in my mind.
For a long time.
Oh, man.
What's up, Ava?
These are the thrills of MLS Next Cup. You never know what to expect. I'm going to look around.
Have you found Ava?
I have not.
We have to find her at this point. Take a camera off the game and search around the stadium.
A halftime interview. At this point, let's bring her in.
Punched away. I'm going to clip the 3-second audio of that and just send it to you at random times throughout the year. Just be aware of that right now. Fakiesi curling. It was always tailing wide.
I think he was trying to get underneath that. Just seeing, looked like Shields may have been off his line just a bit. Difficult to chip at full speed as he was moving forward, but I like the idea of it.
I can't stop laughing.
Well, it's funny because you would normally think somebody might say something, anything.
It could be compromising,
yeah.
actually.
And I like that we kept it PG. Just introduce yourself.
And be on your way.
Yeah.
I respect that. Moore trying to get around. Fakiesi, Moore stings it just wide. A change of direction. Generated some space very quickly there for Brady Moore, who nearly had his 5th goal of the tournament.
Yeah, what a great run here, and it leaves Fakiesi in the dust. That little step past the ball, and after that, he has to just stand and watch. Outside of the right foot. Love the idea there. Just trying to have that one tuck in the far corner. Great little bit of invention. I love the step over to beat Fakiesi on the flank there.
Well, very fortunate to still be level. That was a high-quality chance for one of the top players in this tournament. Dispatched one of the top defenders in this MLS Next Cup with what looked like relative ease. It's a foul on Orlando. Sawyer Simpkins getting tangled up with Quan. Atlanta have an intriguing free kick here. Fakayesi will take it as Martinez walks towards the box. Shields getting his defense set. U17 homegrown final, nearly 20 minutes in. 2 goals within the first 7 minutes. Curling ball headed first by Orlando. Contact just outside the box. Kwan went to the turf and earns a free kick. Another one. This one a much more enticing spot.
Yeah, on the second ball, we'll get a good look at the foul here. Just coming through the backside. I believe that's Harry coming in to do some defensive work, and now sets up a really dangerous spot. It's from a central area, so this could go for either foot, left or right, and that makes it difficult for the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Watch the roll off. Watch the roll off. Half step left that end. With him.
Fakayesi along with Riveras. Might take this one. 5-man wall. Clipped up and over and through. Oh, it's beautifully done. And a 2-1 lead for Atlanta United in the final. Shea Fakayesi has scored.
After conceding in the first 20 seconds of the match, it's been all Atlanta United, and the wall splits just an inch, and that's enough for Fakayesi, the left foot, to get this up and down. Look at that, tailing away from the goalkeeper. Perfect technique into the top corner and off to the celebrations. It's 2-1 Atlanta United.
Talk about a counterpunch after conceding just 18 seconds in. 2 goals in the next 20 minutes here for Atlanta. Fakayesi, the architect. This second tally for Atlanta, his first of the tournament. Part of the U.S. U17 national team camp in Spain last October. Now Atlanta playing with real confidence here. Kai Martinez, 1v1. Martinez stings it.
That's a great ball. Big switch coming from Kwan. Moving it from one side to the next. That creates the isolations. How about that for service, though? Putting it right into the path. Kai Martinez, and he's just trying to get it on that right foot. You can see the idea there. It slices off the foot and wide, but really good pass to release him in space there from Kwan. Love to see that.
Real bright moments for both Orlando and Atlanta here in the first 22 minutes as we head to a hydration break. 3 goals. Atlanta bounced back from that early miscue to take a 2-1 lead here at the hydration break. Back here in a moment on MLS U2. Where's Ava? Where is she? Welcome back to Zions Bank Stadium. A 2-1 lead for Atlanta United over Orlando City Youth SC here in the U17 homegrown final. Inside former MLS striker Kalen Carr. Former All-American at Berkeley, Kalen Carr made Jay Ricketts. Solid one here in our second of 4 games this afternoon. Off to a sizzling start in Harriman.
I was using the hydration break to see if I could find Ava.
Jeez. It's yet to be located. The aura is growing. I looked over my right shoulder initially, thinking someone had picked up the spare headset, the spare headset that you used to start the broadcast.
I did. Got to keep you on your toes here.
That's a AJ Ricketts special right there. Picking up the spare. Not a bad influence on you. Do that at least once per year. Glad to have you with us here in Utah. This is forward to Bataille. The whistle was the sequence that he was offside. Full day of action on the final day here. There's plenty of fields at this complex. I was walking in, the place is popping. Parking lot is full, and the fields behind us with the mountains. Real awesome view there. I think the U13s or U14s for Inter Miami and Orlando City actually battling. Luis Suarez was over there taking in a Suns game, and a huge crowd on hand. Just a celebration of the sport this weekend today. Orlando probing up the attacking third. They do get this across, no problem. Catching practice for JC Gonzalez.
Not bad when you have Luis Suarez showing up to watch the U13s. I'm sure that would draw some attention.
I think Messi's son is also on the squad, but haven't seen an appearance. He's getting ready for the World Cup, though. Somewhat important summer tournament that's about to take place.
This is a good appetizer.
Might be some eyeballs on that here over the next few weeks. I want to ask you, too, not to put you on the spot or anything, just your impressions of that U.S. roster and the initial, of course, the group draw that the U.S. is in. Just your thoughts as we do head into that June 12th matchup.
I'm excited. Yeah, I really like the squad. I think overall, for the most part, I think you have a pretty good sense of where we're at. The 11 was more maybe some of the depth questions. Diego Luna was a big one for me. I expected he might be one of those options, especially I'm sure everyone here in Utah would agree. It's a popular take. And actually, I secretly was hoping Xavier Gozo, who played in this tournament not long ago, would get a look, just because he brings something different, almost as an X factor. I remember the young DeMarcus Beasley coming into the U.S. national team, Theo Walcott for England. There's always been kind of a surprise call-up that sometimes you never know can make a difference. So a few of the Salt Lake guys I think missed out. It's too bad, but other than that, I'm just more than anything excited. Maybe some nerves a little bit.
Of course. Yeah, that's appropriate.
I think just the home World Cup is a unique dynamic, and one where I think it's a difficult one to manage because the pressure, I think, is going to be enormous. I'm just waiting for hopefully a moment, and I would like to get it as quick as can be to get the crowd behind them and to use that as fuel as instead of letting any anxiety creep in.
We've seen what a home World Cup can do for the sport. Hoping those kind of storylines and opportunities continue moving forward.
Yeah, but we've seen it work both ways, right? Where South Korea was able to ride the home World Cup, some of that momentum, and then Brazil, on the other hand, in 2014, they lose 7-1 in the Maracanã. Disaster to Germany, so it can go both ways.
Into Bataille. Bataille flicks it across. It was tailing towards Martinez. It was tailing towards goal. Ultimately out of play along the sideline. That's Bataille's best moment today.
Yeah, it's a really good ball in there from Clayton Burdian. And how about this little piece of invention from Bataille? Love the idea. That could either go in or somebody's coming across anticipating. It's a simple tap in, but the creativity there from Bataille facing away from goal to go with the heel and see if he's able to sneak one in.
Ty heads this one backwards, a little less dangerous in the end. Good run here. 50 yards now along the far side. Orlando looking to get it back. Khalil Bedard took that a great distance. Couldn't find a teammate. The final chapter of that run. Santillan. Goal score in the 7th minute. Yeah, I still remember that 7-1 match for Brazil. Glad they were able to get the Olympic gold medal soon after that. A bit of redemption, right? But that previous chapter is one they'd like to erase from the history books. Long diagonal ball is short. Svankiesi intervenes. Brady Moore. Brought down. Whistle. Foul on Svankiesi. Brady Moore's done a good job from that right flank today.
Yeah, 1v1, he's been able to consistently win this matchup, and it's not great defensive technique there from Svankiesi. We see it offensively, what he's been able to bring, but a couple times now where just failure to move his feet, adjust, and want to try to pick up some of the tendencies. It's difficult, you don't see each other all the time, but it's twice now that Moore's come back inside, and it's a fullback. You always want to push him wide, away from goal if you can.
More on that in a moment. Stockhausen, sending service in. Headed away by Atlanta, but Ty hoping to release. As a striker, you were on the wing a lot. What tendencies were you looking for out of those outside backs that you could try to take advantage of to create some space and get inside?
I would always look at that front foot when the defender was setting up, and if it was try and drive right at that front foot going against the grain and get him to bite in. Sometimes, or a few guys I played against, that would jump a step early, and it was one where you wanted to keep the ball control tight, close to your feet so you can adjust, but I always like to be the one to dictate if you can. I think that generally comes with moving directly at, building up some pace, going into the one-on-one duel, and putting the defender more on their heels. It becomes really difficult to then shift the hips and turn and run.
Svankiesi's certainly been on his heels today with the constant barrage of pressure from Moore. You knew that might be the theme with all the goal scoring we've seen in this tournament from the right winger. It's a foul on Orlando here, though. Warning, or at least a little extra dialogue here with the Orlando bench. We're not happy with the latest moment. Half an hour in to the U17 homegrown final. Zions Bank Stadium, home of Real Monarchs, the next pro side of Real Salt Lake. The South Korean national team having their base camp here over the course of the week as well. A lot of Next Cup games at this facility. It's been a busy week in Harriman. There's the first slate of games for 4 days up in Salt Lake Regional Athletic Complex before action for the semis and finals matriculated over here. Good clip on, far side. Redirected away, Orlando looking to release. Atlanta stingy defensively, as they have been all tournament. Burdine. A turn, Rivera works his way through. Rivera sent it again. Orlando first to it. Bedard again. He's made a couple of these runs from the left side. Bedard plays it central. A turn from Harry. Tagbo intervenes. Atlanta foul.
That's good work from Harry, though. Lost the ball to Tagbo as the 9, but didn't rest and sit back. Goes and wins it. Comes over into the spot. See just a little bit of contact coming in from Clayton Burdine, just on the backside of him, and from a lost cause, now a dangerous set piece for Orlando.
Quad, watch it. Guys are right, go one right.
35th minute, free kick. Out of play for an Orlando corner. Be their third of the first half here.
Set up. Eight finger. On your toes.
Low driven ball, thumped off the line. Ty applying some pressure. Orlando do well to avoid the run out. Looking to switch here on the diagonal ball. Moore lines up with it. Quick turn. Martinez coming over to help. Moore gonna get that right. See what it was trying to do there. Bedard on the left side. Strong first half here from Atlanta. Controlled a bit more possession, but looked completely unfazed after that initial concession. Brady Moore had a very good chance go unanswered early as well. On a moment where he could have leveled up the game. Excellent build up from the back from Orlando. Tapped back. Stepped in front of by Josh Brown, who was the one to concede that own goal. Orlando right back into the area. Harry diving for possession, sent away by Atlanta.
There's been some good couple minutes here from Orlando, though. Applying the pressure, coming down that left side. Cutback ball was on to the top. Found Moore, who was tucking in, and really good block there from Brown, top of the box.
Would have given a challenge to JC Gonzalez. That had found its way through. JC Gonzalez, who had some tense moments in the shootout a couple rounds ago. Tagbo plays it back. 38th minute. Get it out of the area. Looking for Martinez. Now Fakiesi. Kwan. Santillan kind of lassoed down. Clean challenge. Now Martinez with the overlapping run from Burdine. Some tight pockets here. Martinez to his left. Little flick on. Kwan near the touchline. Has to turn. Well defended. No angles there. Burdine rolls it on back to Fakiesi. Sends it in. Past the far post. And we'll have a throw. Rivera retrieves. Well done to get this across the area of the near post. Martinez. We'll continue possession here, forcing Orlando into a sustained defensive shape here in the final moments of the first half, a few minutes. Both teams with 5 shots apiece in this first half. Burdine has room to bring it forward. Lofts it towards Martinez. Has to give chase towards the flag. Does well to keep it in. Martinez crafty. Brought down. It's a fair challenge. Brady Moore slips it to the left side. Admirable. A few minutes here from Atlanta, working possession, bringing their full backs forward, putting Orlando on their heels a bit. Some nervy crosses, service around the 6. Haven't quite had the execution needed on that final pass, but asking questions of this Orlando defense. And again, playing out of a wide area. Burdine nearly split a pair of defenders. Orlando with a number of strong defensive moments here. Can't quite get possession back.
This was the one-on-one move here, and the referee's been pretty consistent, not allowing play to continue. Does not rise to threshold of a foul. It went down a little easy for my liking there, but Atlanta United continuing to push, getting in some good spots, especially on the flanks. Some tricky wingers, guys not afraid to go one-on-one. Didn't quite come off there from Rivera's, but I like the idea and anything, the impetus to continue to go at it.
What have you felt about Orlando's approach throughout the first 40-plus minutes? It felt even at times, but a bit more defensive of a shape here now, even down a goal. As Santillon weaving in between defenders. Still in play. Lays it back towards goal and snuffed out to the end by Shields.
Yeah, they've been forced to sit back and defend for long stretches, and they've gotten out. They found some pretty good options, especially with Moore on this right-hand side, tucking in on his left. I thought he's had a really strong first half when they found him. But for the most part, middle of midfield has been controlled by Atlanta United. I think really strong first half from Quan, Santillon, dropping underneath, and a Levabar, like really good 3 there. That's often so important as far as who controls and dictates in the match.
Never count this Orlando side out. There were just minutes left in the semifinal before they got the all-important goal to send it to a shootout. They took advantage of. This very easily could have been LA Galaxy, Atlanta United in the final. Defense in the midfield once more as Martinez gets across to the midfield circle. Veras. Battle with Bedard. Veras had the final goal in that semi against Inter Miami to make it 3-0. Most impressive performances this next cup run. You just wonder who from this academy might be the next Caleb Wiley, Train Alvarez, academy product to play for the first team. This is an organization who was the first MLS club to have 5 homegrowns on the fields at the same time, the first team level. Brady Moore really working hard to send this into the area. No chance for Harry to get ahead to it. From an Orlando perspective, from the main academy, Justin Ellis, Gustavo Caraballo, recent academy products to get some first team time. Caraballo was the youngest homegrown signing in Orlando history. We talk about Orlando City Youth SC, and this U17 group. They're a bit of a different umbrella. Still, of course, part of this large entity that is Orlando SC.
Yeah, a lot of talent there. Justin Ellis, another name, stands out to me. 19 years old, already playing consistently as a striker with the first team. And Alex Freeman, how are we forgetting him? I think the only player to go all the way through the player development pathway, academy, next pro, first team, Europe, World Cup.
He's done it all.
I think he may be a very important piece for Pochettino this summer. I can play a few different positions. His rise has been meteoric. He's such a talent.
We're talking about that U14 matchup on the other field. Orlando City did beat Miami in the U14 game about an hour ago. Feeling positive about that. 3 minutes of stoppage time here.
I wonder if the rivalry is as intense as when we watched with the first team. There's that crazy Orlando comeback against Inter Miami where
yeah.
I think it was 4-3 win at New Stadium in Miami. And
it started, 3-0, and then Orlando came back to win. And that was during the early stretch when Miami couldn't buy a win at New Stadium. They kept getting draws, and then they lost that game. And the next thing you know, that coach is out.
You're a Miami resident. Have you been to the New Stadium yet?
Literally every game I've either been out of town for one of these kind of things, or had a race or an event or something. Got to get there soon. The place looks like a palace. And that whole facility, right, Freedom Park, just going to keep building more and more. The park and restaurants, bars to come soon. Beautiful venue. It's exciting times in MLS right now. Chicago has had the groundbreaking for theirs, right? Which should be in the heart of the city. McDonald's Stadium, I think. It just got the branding.
Also, Queens in New York.
Yes.
New York City opening up a new stadium. That one is desperately needed. I've been bouncing back and forth between Yankee Stadium and Citi Field, Mets and Yankees, but Queens, to me, makes the most sense with demographic of the world's borough, world's game coming together.
That whole area looks like it's going to be fantastic. There's so much going on around it. You haven't been to New yet, have you, son?
No. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we'll go together sometime.
like our road trip to Nashville that was supposed to happen.
We're knocking off some places.
Yeah.
Harriman is up there.
That's right.
It's beautiful out here.
It is awesome. Talk about building up the area around the stadium. It's a foul on Stephon Harry there on the challenge. I've got one more trivia for you before the half. I'm going to sneak one in.
All right, hit me with it.
What famous Disney movie was filmed in Salt Lake City?
Disney movie. I'm going to go. Ooh, hold on. This is a good matchup here. Good win defensively. There's the half. Come right back after halftime for this.
You got 10 seconds.
I'm going to go Mighty Ducks. That's my guess.
High School Musical. East High School in
I've never
Salt
seen
Lake.
that one, actually.
Now you know. We're here to educate on the broadcast. Atlanta United gave up a goal 18 seconds into the match on an own goal. But Santillan and Fakayesi, some counter punches. It's a 2-1 lead for Atlanta United at the half. You're in the U17 Homegrown final.
I'm on the field.
Has he broken through here? Mehmeti across Hall! Swinging ball towards the back post, it goes! Opening goal for Red Bull New York, Julian Hall!
Born in Manhattan, New York, Julian Hall found the game the same way a lot of kids in this city do.
I first kind of started playing soccer when I was around 4 years old. I would play a lot wherever I could, if it was a field near my apartment or wherever I could, basically. And I just remember, falling in love with the game and wanting to play as much as I can. There's a main place I would play. It's pretty popular in Manhattan. It's called Pier 40, and a lot of people go there. That's where I played with Manhattan Kickers. It's kind of where I really started to realize I really wanted to play soccer seriously and maybe make it professionally.
That love for the game turned into an opportunity, a move into one of the top academies in the country.
Julian came into our system at U14. I think he played about 3 or 4 games with the U14s. I was a U15 coach at the time, so I was observing those games, and you could see straight away he was a special talent. So he quickly got moved up an age group to play with the U15s that season. Made an instant impact with the older age groups.
The level changed quickly, and so did the expectations.
I was very excited to come in and, show my ability, and, I was playing with my age and I was playing a year up, and the intensity was a different level, I would say, from what I've ever played at that point in my life. So, yeah, no, it's an amazing experience.
Chimueno scored off the bench against Seattle, and Julian Hall with the breakthrough! The Golden Boot leader rises to the occasion, and we've got an electric finish here in the U15 final.
He's one of those players that can get you up off your feet. Like, he's direct, he can take players on, he can score goals from inside the box, outside the box in really different ways. And, it would always amaze you how he would find goals in the game.
The next step brought a new set of challenges.
That was the biggest jump for me, going from academy to professional football. The intensity, the physicality, the football, it was all quicker than anything I had experienced before. And, I just thought I did a good job of staying level-headed and not being discouraged about little things.
Working to the midfield, now Gonzalez entering the box, across and a goal! Julian Hall puts the Red Bulls 2 on the board.
I was lucky to be coached by Ibrahim Sakaya, and Bradley Wright Phillips was there a lot of the time as well. They did a good job of helping me progress and helping me not get discouraged and keep going every single day and working hard. The coaching staff really mended me very well.
Like, he's always striving to try and get better at something within games and training. And then, why he adapts well, he's a natural goal scorer.
For Julian, it was about staying level and keeping the work the same.
When you go to a professional environment, if you're doing the most amount of work and you're clearly working harder than everyone else, it stands out to a lot of people, and that can be something that separates you from everyone else. If you're a hard worker, that could get you to a lot of places, and I think that's just something that established me when I first came into the first team.
That work and mentality has paid off with the fast start of the season.
We're really happy with the way that he's moving himself forward. He has taken the ideas and has really shown that he is picking things up. Obviously, there's the attacking part, his ability to find chances, his ability to take balls on the move, to dribble, to go by guys, run in the box. The part that goes with it is how much work he does for us against the wall, how much pressing, how much sprinting, how much chasing, how much work he does to really make the game difficult on the other team. And so we're really, really happy with the progress that he's made. We're going to continue to push him.
As he continues to grow, so does the chemistry with his teammates around him.
I've known Julian for a very long time now. I see the way he works in training. I'm getting to know him more and more, obviously, as we play together on and off the field. And then when I step onto the field, I know where he's going to be on the field, what his positioning is like, where he wants the ball, left foot, right foot. and we're kind of growing that connection, which has been going in a really good way, and hopefully, to grow that connection even more.
Mehmeti, has he broken through here? Mehmeti across, Hall! 2-0!
I think it's just the trust with the coaching staff. Coach Michael, he's done a great job with us during preseason and putting trust in me to start the first couple games. It's a lot of credit to him for putting his belief in me. Obviously, I have to go out there and perform to the best of my ability, and thankfully I've got a couple goals so far, and the goal is to keep progressing throughout the season.
Talent and work ethic have helped Julian's dreams come true faster than even he could have predicted.
I've always dreamt of becoming a professional soccer player, but I never really expected it to happen so fast, to be honest. Earlier that year, I was still just playing academy, and I was progressing well, but I never thought it would lead to signing a contract later that year. So it's kind of a lesson there just to be ready for anything, and anything can happen very, very quickly. You really just have to put your all into whatever you're doing, and things can happen. I think a big thing is just self-belief, because when I was playing in MLS Next, I was signing a contract later that season. I had no idea. I did not have a plan on signing that year. That was not in my plan at all. I think things like that can come from just you doing as much as you can, and things will just happen by itself, as long as you're working hard and giving 100% every single day, good things will happen. And, thankfully things came to me that year, and, you gotta be grateful, and you gotta use it as much as you can to your abilities.
Coming forward, 4-on-4, it's Werner again, gets it out from beneath his feet, Werner cutting it, Buddha on the back post, it's in! The San Jose Earthquakes, the first team to put it past Hugo Lloris this year, and their dream start to 2026 continues.
But Timo Werner, he does not waste the opportunity. Brilliant ball to the back post.
At least not one's at the top of the table. But this San Jose team has been fantastic. And here they come. Werner! My goodness! Seismic from San Jose! Timo Werner's first goal in Major League Soccer doubles the lead. 2-0.
This is a driving run, a convincing run from Timo Werner. Two big moments, two big plays. Timo Werner delivers.
San Jose looking for the lead late on here at home.
Werner makes no mistake about this one. Striking it right at him. Stuber always in the right spot. Not this time.
Just past the midpoint of the second half. San Jose wanting to get back on even terms. Werner! 3 straight games with a multi-goal contribution for Timo Werner.
Marcel Hartel.
Buddha for Werner! The Quakes lead! Timo Werner! 3-2!
To make the right run at the right time. Unbelievable finish there by Werner on the back post.
By Allstate, it's the U17 Homegrown final. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr. 3 goals in that first half. Took all of 18 seconds for Orlando City to get on the board by way of an own goal.
Yeah, what a start and a great run forward from Moore. And play it across the box hard. Become difficult because you're facing towards your own net, and it's desperately unlucky there from Brown, who otherwise had a really good first half. But what a start from Orlando, scoring in 20 seconds.
So plenty of quality over the first 45 from Atlanta. They force the takeaway here, and then Noyce Antillon rips one and sheds the strings.
Yeah, I think Quan has quietly had a really good first half. Just a lovely little layoff, and then just that shift to get it on the right foot. That draws just that space, that opening for him. And how about that for a strike? Antillon levels the match.
And then off the set piece, would be a foul here, which would set up another free kick, and Fakiesi lofting it in.
Yeah, I love the control there. It's a short run up, and he doesn't have to crush it. It's a delicate finish, but perfect placement. And Orlando was up a goal, and all of a sudden, it's 2-1 Atlanta.
A lot of possession for Atlanta United in the final 15 minutes. They really controlled the proceedings here. As that first half played out, more of a defensive structure for Orlando City. Will have to be a bit more on the front foot, you would think, here in a final in this setting and circumstance to give themselves an opportunity against an Atlanta side. It was a little eye-opening to see a couple of defensive miscues play out over the course of the first half, as they did for a unit that has been so stout in this tournament. The early mistake from Josh Brown. Fakiesi has had his hands full with Brady Moore along the right side. Ultimately, enough done to not concede anymore after that initial goal. And Atlanta United in a strong position here in the Cup final. Orlando City Youth SC now moving from right to left. Atlanta United goals in the 7th minutes. And not long later, adding their second. One outside to Martinez. Get to the touchline. It's ricochets off of Simpkins and out for a corner.
Good start here. Want to come out, be positive. It was a long halftime, time to rest, and saw how strong they were to begin this match from Orlando, and see now early opportunity here from the corner for Atlanta United.
I believe this is Atlanta's first corner of the match. Low, never had a chance to get to Fakiesi or any teammate. Now a throw. First half that featured 11 shots, 3 goals, and our new friend Ava on the mic. David Alevabar, the top prospects in the class. Rivera's space to work it in here now, just over Bataille. Chested and volleyed away. Stockhausen better with that. Just down in front here, Antillon. A foul there on Antillon, stopping the run.
It's an hour-long wait for food and drink. Yeah, for a drink it's 1 hour. Yeah.
Mentioned the tough times for Orlando City's first team. Similar spot in the standings for Atlanta United, as this is played forward to Burdine. Across, Antillon chopped down, clean challenge. Now he's brought down again. That one will elicit a whistle. First tackle is clean. Second one, far too physical. And Atlanta have a free kick. Interesting proposition here.
Yeah, in a pretty similar position. Maybe about 3 or 4 yards deeper than the last one, but we saw what Fakiesi was able to do with it. And once again, now an opportunity standing on top of it. Imagine with the way that first one went that he would get another crack at this one. It's a short run up, but let's see here. Coming sideways onto it. Really whipping action to get this up and over this wall here.
Rivera puts the laces behind it. Skips into the hands of Ryland Shields. I was a little surprised, but do have a player that just scored from a free kick. Take the next one. A similar spot. One a bit further out, perhaps. A chance at a better angle for Riveras. 50th minutes. Orlando City Youth SC. Goal deficit here in Utah. To the near side now, Bedard. No assistance in the middle of the pitch. Burdine. Atlanta United's first team, 14th in the East, just 11 points through 14 games. We were talking about this a little bit in their semifinal match. Bring in Tata Martino, who had the magical run in 18. Has not played out in a similar fashion so far this year. It's the lack of cohesion in the attack, whether Manuel Atela or elsewhere. Again, even if you're kind of around the cellar of the East right now, you're not too far back of that playoff line. Win 3 or 4 matches in a row, you can be right along that line. But there's a lot of consternation right now in Georgia. Watch out now. Taken away. Martinez on the ball. But a late whistle comes in. Foul on the challenge.
Yeah, but I think it's not just about making the playoffs. And of course, that's the target for every team in MLS. But I think the questions are bigger for Atlanta United. What's the direction long term? What style of player are they going to play? Who are the right pieces? Who is going to be the face of the franchise that fans going to want to come out every week and watch? And that's the part that's most concerning, is lost a little bit of that identity that made them just so box office. And that first time at the helm for Tata Martino and Almiron and Joseph Martinez, all those talented players they had, Darlington Nagbe, Brad Gazan, all these players, but it feels like a distant memory at this point. Just getting back Tata Martino clearly hasn't been the answer. I think the roster itself likely needs an overhaul, especially with some of the stars and the lack of production from the DPs. That's a hard formula to win in MLS if those pieces aren't the right ones.
Maybe some activity in the window to come, undoubtedly. Play continues here. Have a curveball over the crossbar in the end from Alevabar. Second shot of the half for Atlanta United. Truly one of the great atmospheres week in, week out in MLS at Mercedes-Benz. Passionate supporters, fan base, just desperate to see bright moments once more.
Yeah, it's great to see the talent that's emerging from the academy. It just feels like that's the next step, and they've had some come through, but you almost feel like there's more underneath the surface. This is a pretty good indication that is in fact true. And as far as traveling around every weekend, calling matches, there are a few places where I think the team is as relevant or matters as much as Atlanta United. Everybody there, you go out to dinner, it's topic of conversation, so I want to see them get back to winning ways, and I'm sure they will. It's just this window, I think, is big for them at the World Cup. How do they manage this roster? Some big questions. We'll see what kind of moves they make.
A final warning there for Harry. He's committed a couple of fouls here.
Good opportunity to break. It could have been.
Trying to release. Burdine had other ideas. Josh Brown sends it deep. Admirable ability to reset from this Atlanta defensive unit. That's soccer, isn't it? You earn a shutout. Such an important match like the semifinal in Miami. Just not a lot to speak of. Offensively, it's the second shutout you put up of the tournament for Atlanta United, and then, well, in the final 18 seconds in, you're down 1-0. That is the irony of this sport sometimes.
Yeah, the response has been good, though. That you can't control what happens, and especially in a freak moment. Someone catches you off guard, and generally the reaction, some of the best coaches I've had said, don't make a mistake with the second one. I think the reaction from Atlanta has been really good. That's why they've been able to get back on top of this match, and there hasn't been a lot of clear-cut chances for Orlando City. So they need to change things up here and try and create some attacking options.
It wasn't the easiest opening match of the tournament either, and they were matched up with Cedar Stars Academy. We just saw the U15s win the title. Cedar Stars have things rolling. Bergen almost won a couple of U19 titles the last few years, so U17 opening round matchup against Cedar Stars was not the easiest introduction to their time in Utah for Atlanta. Able to work their way through that. It was a 2-1 win. It's a foul here on Atlanta. Brady Moore drawing the foul on that far side. Quan in disagreement with the assessment. A free kick here for Orlando.
Yeah, when you haven't been able to create much through the run of play, these set pieces become doubly important. Bring numbers up in the box. You can see Rapp coming up, adding some options. You have to make the most of these and knock out tournament play in a final. Find your way back in the match.
Orlando have not generated a shot here in the second half. Atlanta with 2 to their name.
On your toes, on your toes, on your toes. Everything go, everything go. 20. Watch it.
5 in the box here for Orlando. It finds the head. Is that Moore? Rapp. Had a chance at that there.
It's a wonderful ball in from Stockhausen, and Rapp rises so well there in a crowd. Just can't quite get on top of it, but that is a really good opportunity from Orlando City, making the most of that set piece. Great service.
This is Moore here. Good diagonal ball. Orlando probing once more. Sent across towards the far post. Too much height on it. Gonna go out of play as Stockhausen was making a run. Searching for his 4th goal of the tournament. He had a brace in the quarterfinals against St. Louis. Has not been too involved today from an offensive mindset. J.C. Gonzalez will boot it away. 57th minute, 2-1 lead for Atlanta. Referee signaling throw in will have to be a bit further back. Santillan. A lot of bodies there on the far side. Tagwell will play it back to Gonzalez. Harry giving chase. Burdine committing the foul. Quick restart is called back. Orlando have not had much joy through the run of play here in the second half. Just that one brief set piece moment off the free kick. the top, draws another throw. That sends carrying over the bleachers.
Yeah, but the tempo has really slowed down. Almost at every opportunity, there's either a foul or Atlanta playing it out of bounds, and it's turned into not a lot of rhythm to the game right now. It's been hard to catch some of the pace of this game, and ultimately that suits Atlanta United as they're trying to see out this lead.
A bit more disjointed as the second half began. Orlando hoping that might be Brody Moore, Kingston Ricketts, Alex Stockhausen, each who have shined in this tournament. 3+ goals. Shields long down the pitch. Bedard taps it back to Aksak. Not seen a substitute from either side just yet. Santillon takes possession. Now Rivera's. Rolls it back. Levabar for the switch. Good ball. Martinez. 1v1 on the left flank. Assistance arrives. Levabar. Box to box midfielder. MLS Next Pro experience as well. Harris. Clever idea there from Burdine. He's going to have to track back now. On the run is Harry. It's out in front. Tagbo had it covered the whole way. Orlando trying to bring their lines just a bit higher in opportune moments. Atlanta yet to make a costly mistake, though. Levabar directs it well. Josh Kwan, who had the assist on that first Atlanta goal. Martinez puts the laces through. He's always going left. Ninth shot of the match for Atlanta. Martinez, creative turn to get himself a bit of initial room. Better defense, Kaya Ulukai. Strong defending there. Not conceding the corner kick either. This stays in along the sideline here for Moore. Not enough power on the switch. Burdine takes it away. Here come Atlanta from left to right. Laid off. Riveras shapes the shoulders. Still here with Orlando now. Looks like a potentially dangerous moment. Fizzles. That'll be a yellow card. Burdine going into the book there. Shouldered the Orlando player to the turf.
Yeah, I don't understand what's taking so long right now. This is just an eternity to give out a yellow card. I don't quite understand. It's a pretty simple.
It's a time-consuming process, Caitlin. All right,
let's get this going.
A lot of moving parts, so just have some patience.
Oh man, no, it's not the word I want to hear.
It was a bit of a slow motion follow-up to the card. 63rd minute, 2-1 Atlanta. second half continues to play out the way it has for Orlando, that's will be a concerning perspective. There is very little to speak of the Florida side, generating some momentum, some positivity, some joy in play in the last 18 minutes. Have to change their personality a bit. They're going to find their way back.
Yeah, but Atlanta haven't really threatened either.
No.
So it's been pretty lifeless, at least compared to maybe what we got accustomed to yesterday. It's like a end to end, and I think Atlanta United will be fine with this, though. That's where I was saying that the tempo slowing down is what's hurting Orlando. But I don't understand the referees' decisions, and
it's like a yard away from where
it's playing against the advantage of the team that was fouled. They're their ball. They want to get the ball in play and play quick, and it keeps making them adjust whether it's a foot off or not. It's just, let's get on with it.
Brady Moore earns a throw. Usually if it's 5 or 10 yards away, that's when you see the call back to this spot. Yeah, if you're Atlanta, you don't quite want to settle just yet. Push for a third against an Orlando side that have proven they can put the ball in the net at a prolific rate, outscoring opponents 12-3 heading into this match. They put up 4 goals against one of the MLS sides they played. Is there something developing here? Great challenge. Tagbo did that perfectly.
That was big time recovery there. Sloppy play out of the back from Atlanta United, giving one away square, and then a little slip ball in behind. But how about that for a recovery from Tagbo? He has been so good for them all tournament. You go to ground here, that is a risk. You have to get that one right, and does. Not only that, keeps possession for Atlanta.
Gotta appreciate a high level sliding challenge.
There's an art to it.
Yeah. There'll be no cautions given here. Another nice challenge, this time from Alovabar. Atlanta defense shining. Bataille looking to get free. Bataille couldn't get the shot off. That was almost the moment for him.
Great tackle there from Ulukai. Coming across, had to get it right and did.
Efficient switch here over to Moore. Moore, change of direction, guides it across. Out of play. And it's another goal kick for Atlanta. It's frustration mounting for Stefan Harry and company. Maybe some fatigue setting in too. Alovabar back on his feet. We head to the bench for our second half hydration break. Atlanta closing in on a potential championship here in the U17 Homegrown final. They lead Orlando 2-1.
Safe travels.
Great to have you with us all week long here at the MLS Next Cup presented by Allstate. 2 more matches to follow here on the final day of competition, the U19 Academy Final. At 3 o'clock, Celtic Storm, St. Louis Development Academy. And then the nightcap, St. Louis and Columbus in the U19 Homegrown Final. Staying with us the rest of the afternoon and evening here on the MLS YouTube. It's Orlando in Atlanta right now. Approaching the 70th minutes. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr. A bit of a different structure, a bit of a different feel in the second half. We thought we might be in for a barn burner the first 20 minutes with the 3 goals, including the early ones. But the personality has shifted, but that's just fine for Atlanta right now, who have no problem playing a defensive game the rest of the way. If it continues to play out like this.
Yeah, they just have to be careful, though, because they've given a few away in and around their back line. Have the pieces to recover, and Tagbo just bailed them out, but you don't want to be putting yourselves in those positions, so just has to be a little bit cleaner.
Orlando have scored at least 3 goals in 3 of their 4 cup matches this past week. Backs against the wall here as time starts to become precious with every passing minute. Brady Moore feathers one over the top. Appeals for a handball from the Orlando sideline, as Harry was wildly trying to get a foot to the ball. Bataille shielding it here to his left. Bataille tripped. Draws the foul on Florian Rapp. Very well may have been an opportunity on goal for Bataille had that intervention not taken place, and Rapp is going to go into the book for it.
It's really good work from Bataille just to wedge himself in between there, creates that little bit of distance, and you see the subtle trip as Rapp is trying to come around him, catches the heels. Of course, that's going to bring him down in that spot, and now sets up another dangerous set piece opportunity for Atlanta. We already saw them score one today from Fakayesi. Next one was Riveras, who tried to go underneath the wall.
Feels like an identical spot, Kalen, from where Fakayesi scored on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, I would say he would be the right option. No decoy on this one. See if he can add another one, do exactly the same as he did before.
Eden, half step right. Wait, together. Eden, together. Half step left. No, too much, too much. A little right, a little right.
Orlando must defend this one more effectively, or their championship hopes may evaporate in moments. Fakayesi can replicate his first free kick. Fakayesi, not this time. Just got underneath it. Ryland Shields was never challenged.
Yeah, right idea. Tried to find lightning in the bottle once again. Had it up, but just didn't get the same dip, same action. Good idea.
So Elijah Bataille's day is complete. Michael Emogene will come on for the Atlanta forward. Emogene, a goal scorer in the round of 16 in the blowout win over PA Classics. First substitute of the match for either side here in the 73rd minute. Did see Bataille starting to fatigue a little bit after that recent foul. Emogene here. Fresh legs up front here for Atlanta.
Just brings some energy and ability to open the game up a little bit, press defensively, and then anything opens, take his opportunity.
Burdine playing 40, gets this across. Tense moment defensively there for Orlando, but a brilliant ball out of the back. Orlando City's on the move. Bedard clipping it across. Brady trying to get to his left, to the top of the box here. Deflected away by Quan. Berdine again stepping in front. Really well done in the previous moments as well by David Alevabar. Looks like Bedard might have something brewing on the left side. More confident on the ball now from Orlando. Bedard again. Taking on Berdine. Committing the foul. Successful defensive moments again from Julian Clavon Berdine.
Officer.
Is the tenor of this game about to change here in the final 15 minutes? Orlando objectively a bit lifeless here in the second half. Or at the very least, going through the motions. It's felt different now the last 3 or 4 minutes. Harry bringing the ball back after the foul. Josh Brown committing the foul, free kick here for Orlando. Stockhausen. A couple different decisions to make here. And now Josh Brown will go into the book.
Yeah, I've just never seen this before. I'm sorry to belabor the point, but the referee to make the call, then wait 90 seconds, then draw the center back over away from his defensive responsibilities to give a yellow card. I just don't understand it, but we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna have to accept it.
I've got to pull you away from this.
Please. Let's take the set piece. Let's play. That's why we're here.
77th minute, and that'll trickle out. I now selfishly, I kind of want to see another booking just to see you get wrapped up a little more.
Glad you're enjoying this.
What's causing you more anxiety, this or Arsenal and PKs yesterday? I don't know.
Don't get me started. The U.S. national team is just kicking off
they're about to get
against
going.
Senegal.
Everything's getting the heart rate up. Corner kick, Orlando. It's lined up here, laces through! Orlando are level! 2-2! What a strike by Kingston Ricketts! They've been most dangerous in this second half off the set pieces. Orlando is back.
And set pieces are so important in tournament play and especially in a final. And how about this for technique with the left foot here? Just absolutely crushes that ball off the bounce. Perfect technique from Ricketts. And Orlando City back in this game. What a finish.
Goal number 4. He's been playing since he was 3 years old. Started with Seminole Soccer Club. He's trained in England over his childhood summers. Loves the sport, loves the game, loves moments like that. 2-2 in the 78th minute.
I mean, you can't hit a ball any cleaner than Kingston Ricketts just did. Just set up perfectly on the bounce, and oh my goodness, what a strike.
Berdine lays it off. Now Rivera's. Atlanta trying to get it right back. Santillon at the feet. There was pleas for a penalty there. As Emogene was in the area. Berdine winning possession again. How does this change the aggressiveness, the willingness of Atlanta now in in the final minutes. Rivera to the touchline. Rivera does get it across. Martinez dispossessed. Quan knocked off the ball. Now Santillan. Emogene. Emogene goes down. No whistle. Thought he might have had a case there for a moment. Now foul in Atlanta. We're saying, where was the foul moments ago? What do you think here, Kalen?
No, I don't see it. I don't see it. See, he just takes that touch across. There's not enough for me. I think he goes down a bit easy there. And I haven't always agreed with the referee, but in this case, we're on the same page here.
Feels like a whole new game now. 80th minute. Both teams pushing for that third goal. Over the top here to Moore. Too strong. Tagbo to the corner. As well, out for a goal kick. I just wondered, when was it going to happen for Orlando? Surely the rest of the game would not play out in a similar fashion to the first 20 minutes of the second half. Took a corner kick. And the ball falling at the feet perfectly of Ricketts. I mentioned this about Jamar Ricketts the other day. I'm going to claim Kingston as my cousin too.
The Ricketts family.
The Ricketts gang is out here today.
Man, you guys are really doing your thing. I got to give it up. Spread out though, I noticed geographically.
San Diego, Atlanta, Miami. We all support each other. 81st minute, 2-2. More formidable 10-minute stretch from Orlando here. Forcing Atlanta to be a bit more defensive. If this is level, after regulation ends, there's 2 5-minute periods, no golden goal. And then at that juncture, we would have a shootout. Not had a broadcast see a shootout this week. Saw a penalty in the final seconds yesterday to decide a championship. Orlando now. Bedard. Burdine has been a wall for much of this match. Winning those 1v1 individual battles. Viveras. Touch to Quan, who advances forward. Quan dummied it like he was going to Martinez. Now Rivera's again.
That's pretty stationary though now. It's just nobody wanting to make a mistake. It's been a long tournament. It's level, it's tight, it's tense. So who can find the breakthrough these last 10 minutes?
Patient moments now from Atlanta with everybody back for Orlando. Viveras. Good little burst of speed there. Taken down just outside the box. That will certainly be a foul there. Free kick for Atlanta upcoming.
A good opportunity here on the set piece. Dangerous position, and see them bringing the center backs up. Tagbo, Brown, Lovabar. A couple different options in the attack to see if they can win one.
Martinez to send service in as Atlanta and Orlando readying a substitute here. Martinez tries his luck. It's right at Ryland Shields. Harry keeps possession going. All sorts of space here for Bedard. To his left, shot is blocked. Window closed quickly for Khalil Bedard. Quan over to Martinez. Now Atlanta once again in no hurry. Orlando content to sit in this defensive shape for the moment being. Long diagonal ball. Veras trying to head it forward. Aksak wins that battle. Atlanta bringing on 2 substitutes here.
Substitution for Orlando City. Leading the match, number 6, Thomas Ambrosio. Entering the match, number 12, Jonas Hart. And 2 substitutions for Atlanta.
Kai Martinez comes off. Josue Ayala scored in the round of 32 of the game-winning penalty in the quarters against Philly. Comes on. Evan Coughing also in. Jonas Hart, the Orlando substitute. Hart comes on for Ambrosio. Atlanta, another substitution up front for a little bit more life in the legs in the dying moments. Orlando makes a change. And they're back 4. Orlando throw here in the 88th minute. This is essentially Imogene Santillan up front for Atlanta. Hart. Harry. Over to Bedard. Bedard get well, navigate right, put one on the back post, but there was always plenty of time there for J.C. Gonzalez to track that. Might be willing to take a risk, to take a chance. Open up offensively. Search for that 3rd goal. 17 Cup final in the Homegrown division. Quan. Burdine. Santillan plays it to a wide area. Riveras has room to send this across. Cuts back left. Riveras to the middle. Back heel. Whistle. into sequence early.
Yeah, look, just a little offside there from Imogen. Good ball across from Riveras, but as he cut back, you have to adjust your run as a striker to come back onside, and could have been a good opportunity for Atlanta.
It's the skill Riveras has shown. Foul on Atlanta here. 90th minutes at Zions Bank Stadium. It's felt as if this Florida side had tread water at times in the second half, but they've done what they needed to have this score tied at 2 in the final minutes. Just 4 defeats all season long. Only 6 losses for Atlanta. True standard of winning across both of these organizations. Both have fought through moments in this tournament where it looks like they might not make it much further. 4 minutes of stoppage time before potential extra time here. And Harriman. Ryan Rapp will jog forward. Take the throw.
A long throw opportunity here to pushing everybody in the box, and we've seen them be dangerous. And then keep an eye on Ricketts right on top of the edge of the box here.
Blocked. Long strike. Hopeful. And into the parking lot.
Yeah, set pieces has been where Orlando have been most dangerous. Not a ton through the run of play, but put bodies in the box well and see if they can get one more opportunity. Both teams looking for a breakthrough these next couple minutes.
It does feel as if some level of fatigue has set in. Sunday afternoon here in Utah. Pass read well by Ayala. Immediately, black jerseys probing forward. Centillon, it trickles to the center of the pitch. Rivera's extra pass here. Kwan to his left. Kwan diving save and some extension from Shields. Looks like that might have been curling wide, but Shields was taking no chances.
Yeah, this is well worked though from Atlanta. Just keeping possession, picking and probing, and then Kwan wants to put it back on the left. Makes it difficult because he has to go away from goal to find that opening. Ultimately, a comfortable save in that.
Hart's fouled. They've been coughing. Substitute moments ago, committing the foul here, 93rd minute. This is Stockhausen to send it in. Good service, 8 yards out. Moore flips it over to Harry. Harry towards the touchline, stumbling, does get it across. You're pleased of no foul from the Atlanta sideline.
Great tackle. Great tackle.
Danger of the set pieces. Centillon keeps it going, but it's out of play.
Clavon Burdine, though, had to make a great tackle on the edge of the box there. It looked like after the set piece, Orlando might get another bite at the apple, but he stepped in, helped Atlanta get out, and pushed all the way down the other end.
Really just seconds left now. Might be destined for 2 additional 5-minute periods of added time. Coughing.
And the way this is setting up right now, it does look like penalties are likely. Your team really being too adventurous.
Veras does get it forward to Santillon. Deflected back to Imogene. Loses possession. And that will be the end of regulation here at Zions Bank Stadium. It will take more to determine the U17 champion here. 2-2 after 90 minutes of play. Ricketts evening the score in the 77th minute at the lone goal of the second half. We'll have 2 extra time periods of 5 minutes apiece. We'll have that on the other side here in Utah. 2-2 for regulation. Well, we need more time to determine the U17 homegrown champion. Orlando City, Youth SC, and Atlanta United 2-2 through 90 minutes of play. Felt like Atlanta were destined for the title. The way the second half were playing out, Orlando had other ideas. As Ricketts with a fabulous strike to level it in the 77th minute. AJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr. Great to have you with us in Utah over the course of this past week, and to extra time we go here, partner.
Yep, 5 minutes. That's not a ton of time, but you want to give every opportunity to let these teams try to decide it on their own before we go to the spot for penalty kicks. But Orlando looked most dangerous on set pieces. There's been some good wide play from Atlanta United, but I think either team, some fatigue starting to set in as we deep in the tournament, all the way to the final on the final day, and we'll see if somebody can find a moment of magic.
By the way, I'd give you a United States score update right now, but I feel you're already probably locked in to that.
I have.
Yeah.
I have been aware.
Nice start for the Stars and Stripes.
My watch was buzzing when the opening early goal. That's what I said.
Yeah.
We need something like that early on.
Well, we got it 13 seconds into this one today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
By way of an own goal, to Atlanta's chagrin. Yeah, nice to see Destin Pulisic get on the score sheet.
Was there 2 goals? Is there 2? Or just 1?
Oh, no, it's 2. It's
There's
2-0.
2. Oh,
yeah.
wow. I did not get that.
You didn't get that notification yet.
I missed that
Wow.
one. I'm too dialed in on this U17 final. That's the only thing there is.
Let's go. Atlanta, Orlando. Here in Harriman. It's a beautiful town, 30 minutes south of Salt Lake. Just been a fantastic host all week long for the MLS Next Cup. Not one rain delay this week. That's a big win.
That's huge.
Gotta love that.
It was a dust storm.
There was a spontaneous dust storm. I was rattled by that as a Florida man.
Wait, by the way, did we ever figure out who Ava is? We checked. That feels like a lifetime ago now.
We may never know. Just it's about the friends you make along the way, right? That you may never see again.
Thank you, Ava. We appreciate you.
Again, I'm clipping the audio of that 3 seconds.
I'm waiting for that.
Gonna hit your messages at least 3 times a year.
Send it to me. I want to put that in the group chat.
Hello.
My name is Ava.
Right in the middle of some astute analysis you were giving.
Yeah. No, she.
Ava was more important.
That's, you gotta know
when
to phone a friend.
And it felt like someone was quietly trying to knock her off the audio. And I wanted to say stop.
I think it might have been a parent.
Let her cook. Let Ava cooking on the far side here is Rivera's. Clips this across, headed off the line, still in, a vicious bicycle kick. Goes well wide of the net, but why not give that a go if you're Santillan there?
Yeah, Rivera's just does a good job of beating his man. Drives forward, picks his head up. It's a good little ball in. Clearance drops right, comes at him quick, and his acrobatic attempt. It's going to take something special to win this one. That could have been it.
Orlando foul on Harry here. It's the most goals Atlanta have conceded in the tournament. Good ball here, Rivera's. Headed out of play. Corner kick, Atlanta.
Been able to get down this right side a couple times, especially in the beginning of this overtime period. And Rivera's once again just using his pace, stretching the field, and now setting up another dangerous corner kick.
Atlanta have not had many of them today. Only one in the second half.
I saw Tagbo score in the semifinal, I remember. A really good header. A great target. Him and Brown, Lovabert, some good options in the box here. Keep an eye on Brown sneaking in.
In swinger. Foul on Atlanta. Ricketts was brought down. 2 5-minute periods. Remember here, the MLS Next Cup. Only in the final. All other games straight to the shootout. A bit more time to work with here in the run of play in the championship. Ulukai. Over to Sawyer Simpkins. Atlanta foul on Kwan. Stockhausen assisted up. Already 3 minutes through. These 2 periods fly by. Now Atlanta with the throw. It was funny, right? The game really picked up, opened up for about a 10-minute period from the 70th to the 80th, and it kind of went back to what we saw earlier in the half. Both teams settled back into a more cautious approach. A lot of fouls in succession here. Orlando free kick. Just a minute left here in this first period of extra time. Just one errant attempted bicycle kick to speak of. Crafty there, Santillan. Gets around this first defender. Diagonal ball is well placed. Ayala. In the final seconds of this extra time period, Ayala left it short. Trying to get it to the other side of the box. Brady is taken down. Verdine committing the foul. Maybe cramping up a little bit here.
Yeah, these guys have put everything they have into this match, and you can see, I think he took a bit of a knock to the knee as he's reaching down to it as opposed to a cramp, but it's going to be the end of the first period.
One more 5-minute period to go. Verdine feeling the fatigue here. We'll be back here in a moment. Second 5-minute period upcoming. Orlando City Youth SC and Atlanta United in the U17 Homegrown final. Actually, keep it right here as they get some much-needed hydration for the second 5-minute period. Only one shot in that first segment there. And again, you talk about the shootouts in this tournament. Atlanta have had one of them. Came in the quarterfinal. 7-6 shootout win.
I usually do work for Atlanta.
That was moments after Santillan brought them back into the match with a goal in the 85th minute to get them to that point. Orlando City's shootout in the semis 2 days ago. A wild final 10 minutes. They conceded the first goal in the 82nd minute and then scored in the 86th. Who was it? It was Ricketts for the second consecutive match now. It's at the late heroics against LA Galaxy in the 86th. Today against Atlanta in the 77th. And then winning the shootout 5-3.
What was that? Oh, it's because she lied. Yeah, because she was saying that she was with these teams, but she's not. She got
Each have been in those
through
moments
I don't know what,
before. A bit more significance should they find themselves
every single match, and she would say that she was with that
in it here in a matter of moments. 4-2, excuse me, was the shootout win over LA Galaxy.
I don't know.
LA missed their second and third penalties. Here we go.
So she got lucky.
Second 5-minute period underway. Quan immediately asking questions. It's ricocheted back near midfield. Harry plays it back.
Like club photographers and academies. That's why you got to do
Less than
research.
5 minutes here before a potential shootout.
But it pays off.
Jay Ricketts, Kalen Carr. U17 Homegrown final. Brady Moore working from the left side now. Oh, does so well. Moore right at Gonzalez.
Great run. Good ball initially. How about this tackle?
Now earned back. Long range shot will go straight to Gonzalez.
Very different profile to the second period than the first. It's almost like both teams realized, oh, penalties are next. We don't want to wait until that spot. I'd like to see more of the energy and a good little run there from Moore, who's been quiet as the match has stretched on, but now they've switched him over to this left flank here to see if they can get him isolated. Did a good job of cutting in.
Switching him and Bedard worked pretty effectively in the first minute there. Now Shields. We're in wrap, the last line back. Right down the pitch, now Bedard back along the left flank. He's thrown to the ground. The ball had already been knocked off his foot, though. Coughing, and Harry meets. Foul will be against Orlando. A bit of dialogue with Florian Rapp and the referee now. Rapp is on a yellow. Gonzalez sends it deep down the field. In the 8th minute. Another foul. We're gonna have a caution here. The Atlanta bench. Player on it, Kai Martinez. Might have said something on the bench. Okay, on we go.
I've already said my piece today.
You better be careful.
I'm not
You're
gonna
going to get a yellow.
I might come up to the booth and you're right.
I hope you're out here.
Picking up one for dissent.
Dissent. Continued dissent.
Oh, man. That's amazing. That just made my day. I've never thought about getting a yellow card from the booth before, but I love it conceptually.
I love the game notes that we've been getting this week of the comments from the referees on what led to the
commentator.
The commentator annoyed me.
Persistent infringement.
This is staying away from goal. Between Ava and your agitation, I'm getting my money's worth this, this final.
Mistake here.
A whiff. Ayala, full speed ahead down the left side. Ayala goes down.
Exactly.
And a great challenge, tracking all the way back. Hart, the second half substitute. Rivera's overlapping run here from Burdine. Receives it. Burdine knocked off by Rapp. Well played defensively. Just 30 seconds or so left now. Bedard, coughing, holds his ground. Good moment there from Evan Coughing. There's one extra minute to be added. Brady Moore. Taken down, and it's a throw going Atlanta's way. Rivera's, for all of his offensive talent, a willing defender in that moment. It stayed in. Another Atlanta throw. Colby Childress, Atlanta head coach, saying throw the ball down the field, throw it far. Doesn't want to keep playing these games with a short throw and give Orlando a potential chance. That's more what he's looking for. And works out a little more effectively. Santillon does get it into space. Kwan makes the right pass to Fakiesi. Fakiesi to Ayala. Trying to get a cross in here. Rapp boots it away. Just seconds left. No numbers for it for Atlanta. We may be destined for a shootout, and there you go. Kicks from the spot will determine your U17 homegrown champ.
Yeah, it started to have that feeling probably from about 30 minutes ago. Both teams have just put so much, emptied the tank, but there wasn't enough left to really create the energy needed to muster up much as far as real opportunities as this match stretched on. And now it comes down to managing pressure. Who's still got the legs, the mental energy more than anything, also, and the personality to step up to the spot here.
Shootout coming up here from Utah. 2-2 after regulation and extra time. On to the shootout we go. Orlando and Atlanta. You're coming up after this.
Yeah. Boys hear cinnamon, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes, man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
All right, this should be a lot of fun here. Shootout in the U17 homegrown final. Atlanta United, Orlando City, Youth SC. This has been an entertaining affair here in Harriman at Zions Bank Stadium. A.J. Ricketts, Kalen Carr. Didn't take long for the fireworks to start. 13 seconds in, the own goal off the foot of Josh Brown as he was trying to clear it away. Instead, he found his own net. Santillon got him back not long later. That was in the 7th minute off the assist from Kwan. Some set-piece brilliance from Fakiesi. Made it 2-1 Atlanta, where it stood for a long time. Then Kalen Orlando off the fizzer here from Ricketts came back.
What a strike there. That was one of the best off the bounce in this tournament. Ricketts brings them back level, and both teams showing some resilience to continue to fight and scrap, find their way all the way down to a penalty kick shootout to decide who wins MLS Next Cup. This is all about pressure. How do you manage those emotions at this moment? Both goalkeepers have the trust of their guys. The pressure is, for me, always on the shooter to set the tone and see who goes first. I always like being the first penalty kick taker, having your team set the tone. That almost just puts a little extra on top of it for whoever goes second. Let's see if they can set the tone in this shootout and who can take advantage.
Atlanta United have already earned a U13 championship this week. That contingent has been here for much of the match. The medals around their neck, watching their U17 counterparts. The U16 homegrown final came down to a penalty with just seconds left. Now the U17's in a shootout to determine who gets to put that nameplate in the final bracket spots along the wall here and lift the trophy. Luis Robles presents that momentarily. Josh Kwan will walk and take the first penalty here for Atlanta.
Yeah, he's been great all day. One of the stronger performances, just bossing that midfield, gliding forward with the ball, has an assist today. Now he gets to set the tone, stepping up first. A lot of responsibility to take that long walk. Kwan looks up for it today.
Here we go, shootout on the U17s. Shields snuffs it out. Kick save, a beauty.
And there's a slight stutter here as he steps up and then just strikes it straight down the middle. And good play there from Shields just to keep that leg trailing behind him, is able to clear it. And first miss for Atlanta United.
So Kingston Ricketts, who's at the two huge goals for Orlando late in regulation in both the semis and here in the final, to get them here to this shootout. Ricketts skies it. Oh, he got that all wrong. Atlanta and Orlando misfiring here in round one.
We saw Ricketts crush a ball perfectly with his left earlier in the match for the goal to bring them to this position, and this one just leans back as he's going to strike it, sees it goes over, but both teams miss, so it's almost like a blank slate here. Just move on to the next. Quick memory. See Atlanta United now with their chance.
Be a little disconcerting, right, when you see the keeper guessing the right way and you don't change the direction at the last moment. He sends it far too high. So now Imogene. Second half substitutes. Denied. Shields 2 for 2.
Shields is dialed in right now. Two big-time saves. Just reads this all the way. Has a good beat on it. Saves that cleanly with the left hand and trusting his instincts as a goalkeeper to get to those spots. Man, he's got two big saves.
Who's going to make a penalty here? Stockhausen's turn. 0 for 3 right now in the shootout. Stockhausen stings that through. Orlando on the board here through 2 rounds of the shootout, up 1-0.
Yeah, Stockhausen just little stutter, picks his side, slots it in. See the sense of relief here after Sees it hit the back of the net. Now Orlando with the advantage.
Santillon's turn. He's been so brilliant throughout this week in Utah. 4 goals. A brace against Pennsylvania Classics. A late goal against Philly Union. He's been a star all season long. Santillon. Oh, off the iron. And Atlanta exhales.
Deep sigh of relief there, because that was close. That was nervy. A bit of a winding run up, and then opens the hips and just kisses off the underside of the bar and in.
It may have been time to press the panic button had that one clipped off the crossbar. Instead, still lights at the end of the tunnel here. But asking a lot out of JC Gonzalez right now. Stephon Harry. Puts it through. Calmly done. No problem there for Harry. Orlando up 2-1 after 3 rounds.
Yeah, great penalty here from Harry. Kind of steps one way, then the next, and then little pause at the end. Cool finish. Really good. And then just, hey, calm down. We got this. We're good. Love the confidence.
Fakayesi will walk up now. At the fabulous free kick to make it 2-1. Some real pressure here now. Should Fakayesi miss, Orlando could win the title with a make after. Real responsibility here. Fakayesi. Cool as you like. No problems there for the left back.
Yeah, nice and easy. Picks his spot. Really good technique. He's had a strong day, as you would expect. Really good tournament and good finish.
Over to Florian Rapp, commanding center back for this Orlando side. Orlando back up 3-2. Rapp clips it in. And Orlando are 1 save away from a title.
Really great finish. No nonsense. Right to the spot. Good technique. Tucks it in the corner, and all the pressure falls on Atlanta United. And 5th slap spot here is Riveras.
Ryland Shields, 2 incredible saves to start this shootout. Riveras, who scored in the semifinals, must connect here or it's over. Long wind up here. Riveras got it through, just past the diving Shields, who guessed correctly.
Got a lot of time to think about this with the walk up here. That's confidence. Little jab step and picks his spot. Really nice finish.
But yet the task, the opportunity is clear right now for Aksak. Put this in. Your team are champions. Aksak. Orlando! U17 champions! Orlando City Youth SC connect on their final 4 shots of the shootout. Ryland Shields, a pair of saves. The emotion evidence on the young keeper. And Orlando score in the 77th minute to force the shootout. And they are U17 MLS Next Homegrown champions.
Incredible scenes here, and the emotions just pouring out of them. And Agsek steps up. Lovely finish, and then the celebrations just go crazy from there. You see the emotion from Shields. Had made 2 massive saves. That really got them started in this, and what a performance to score in the first 20 seconds, then concede 2, fight your way back. Ricketts with the equalizer. Have to suffer all the way through to penalties, and it pays off in the end. Orlando, what a performance, deserving champions.
They were just minutes away from being knocked out in the semis. The odds were low that they would be here in this moment. And yet they continued to find a way. What a moment. Adidas man of the match. That young man you just saw right there, Ryland Shields. 2 huge saves to start the shootout. First with the feet, second more traditional, but he set the tone in the PKs.
Yeah, and you want your goalkeeper to maybe make 1, but you get 2. You're playing with house money at this point, so fantastic performance from Shields. It was great throughout the run of play, and then in penalties, in the moments that matters most, stepped up big.
With the chance, the opportunity, the run over to his family, the embrace there, just some core memory material here at the MLS Next Cup. Orlando City Youth SC, U17 homegrown champions, capping what has been an incredible season. 34-4. Average nearly 3 goals per game. 7-0-1 against MLS Academy opponents. What a season.
Yeah, not bad. Also, congratulations to Atlanta United today. I thought they had a great tournament. Well coached, well drilled. It comes down to penalties. Anything can happen, and some emotions on the other side of the fence as well. Disappointment, but that's the beauty of tournament play. MLS Next Cup, make it all the way to the final. It can be cruel, but it's nothing but pure joy from Orlando City. It's just fun to watch them continue to have celebrated. Well deserved.
U17 homegrown champions, Orlando City Youth SC. What a journey to get there. Your MLS Next Cup U17 final match recap. EJ Ricketts, Kalen Carr. 18 seconds into the match, Orlando City pressing the issue and force an own goal off the foot of Josh Brown.
Yeah, it's a great win to begin with from Stockhausen, and then down the right flank from Moore, and just puts it hard across frame. Good things can happen, and 20 seconds in, it's desperately unlucky from Brown. It sees it go in the back of the net, but what a start from Orlando.
Not long later, Atlanta responds. Santillan says, I got your back. Gets it level at 1 apiece with a fizzer here.
Yeah, Orlando struggled in that build-out phase, and Quan picks it up and draws attention. That little shift to the right foot is really clever from Santillan, and how about that? Striking it to the back post to level the match for Atlanta.
Also within 20 minutes, Atlanta would find joy on a set piece. There's a free kick here that led to a foul as Harry getting into the back of Quan, and Fakiesi would step up, and this is perfection.
Absolute perfect. You can't hit a ball better than that. What a strike from him, and Atlanta United from 1-0 down, up 2-1.
Wasn't a lot happening for Orlando as they tried to fight back in the second half, but off the corner kick, Kingston Ricketts for the second straight match, a huge goalie.
Oh my goodness, you cannot strike a ball cleaner than this. An absolutely perfect hit from Ricketts to bring Orlando right back in this.
A late goal in the 77th to force the shootout, and then it was the Shield show. Not one, but 2 penalties denied. That set the tone in the shootout.
Yeah, wonderful from Shields, who just read it the right way early, had that confidence, and then that started coursing through the team. Aksak steps up in the 5th place, and the title goes to Orlando City. What a performance. MLS Next Cup champions.
No shortage of drama today as they get ready for the championship medal ceremony here at Zions Bank Stadium. I'll have that covered for you here on MLS YouTube. Orlando City, Youth SC or U17 champions. All right, just about time for the trophy and medal presentation for Orlando City. As we've done all tournament long, we'll sit it down to MLS executive and former Red Bulls Inter Miami goalkeeper Luis Robles here momentarily.
Thank you for joining us for the awards presentation, the U17 Homegrown Division. We'll start with the individual awards, acknowledge our refereeing crew, and then hand out the medals. We want to say a special thanks to Atlanta United. Thank you for your participation in the event, incredible effort, and of course, Orlando City Seminole, to Megan, to Ali, to Fatih, congratulations. Let's begin with the top scorer of the event. From Inter Miami, Thomas Stanham with 6 goals. There's no one here from Inter Miami to present it, but let's give a round of applause for Thomas. So next we'll have our best defensive player. From Orlando City, goalkeeper Rylan Shields. Let's give it up one more time for Rylan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And for our third individual award, the MVP of the U17 Homegrown Division at MLS NEXT Cup, presented by Allstate, from Orlando City Seminole, Brady Moore. Congratulations to Brady Moore. We had a fantastic final in the U17 Homegrown Division. Of course, the players, the staff, the coaches, directors, thank you for all that you brought. We also want to give a special round of applause for our officiating crew in the final. Officials, please come forward and get your medals. One more round of applause for our officials. Thank you all. Javi, congratulations on the great season. Colby, congratulations on the great event. Let's give a round of applause for Atlanta United, runners-up of the U17 Homegrown Division. Big round of applause for Atlanta United. And before we finish with this year's U17 Homegrown Champion, we couldn't finish without saying thank you to the parents who put countless hours of driving, preparation, all your sacrifice. Everyone, a big round of applause for the parents of both teams. And without further ado, the U17 Homegrown Champion at MLS NEXT Cup presented by Allstate, we have Orlando City Seminole.
This copyrighted broadcast of the 2026 MLS Next Cup may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Player Development, LLC.